Good morning, everyone. So, welcome back to our discussion today. And today, we will be having a new topic, a continuation to what we have discussed last week. But before anything else, I am requesting everyone to please stand up for a prayer to be led by Miss Brain. Okay, Brain, please lead a prayer. Thank you, Brain. So today, guys, we will continue our discussion from what we have discussed last week. So, what was the topic that we had discussed last week? It is all about? Yes, sir. Very good. It is all about literary criticism. What is literary criticism? When we say the word literary criticism, what is it? It is the Yes, very good. It is the extension of a literary piece by critiquing it. When we say critic, it does not mean that the bad connotation that we critique somebody, but it is a constructive criticism, or we give insight or output to something we have read, or to a literary piece. But before we will dig deep to our new discussion for today, can somebody please read the poem entitled Mother to Son by Langston Hughes? Yes, Mark.
Mother to Son by Langston Hughes. Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me it been no crystal stairs. It had tacks in it, and splinters, and boards torn up, and places where the carpet or the floor bare, but all the time I've been a climbing on, and which in landings and turning corners, and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back. Don't you set down on the steps, cause you find it's kinder hard. Don't you fall now, for I still going, honey. I still climbing, and life for me ain't been no crystal stair.
Thank you, Mark. That is a poem entitled Mother to Son by Langston Hughes. Though, probably some of you guys noticed something about the poem, but we will continue to dig deep in that later. But before anything else, at the end of this lesson, you guys are expected to identify the parts of article critics and its format, critique a literary selection using the chosen approach, value the importance of critiquing on a literary. Again, what is literary criticism? Yes, literary criticism is an extension of the social activity of interpreting. One reader writes down his or her views on what a particular work of literature means so that others can respond to that interpretation. Okay? So ang pasabot nga na is, a reader will try to make a critic or a response based sa unsay iyang nasabtan about sa certain text or literary selection. It is just like making your own interpretation or unsay imong idea upon reading the literary selection. The purpose of this one is to make a social extension or social activity para masabtan pod sa uban nga reader. When we say formalist or structuralist, it talks more about on the structure of the selection. Unsa may meaning ng structure of the selection? When we say formalist formalist or structuralist. Wait we are wrong with this one. When we say structuralist, unsa may pasabot nga na, it talks more about on the very good, it talks more about on the structure of the selection. From the word itself is structuralist, it talks more on the structure, which includes the elements of a story. These are the characters, the very good setting, even the plot, very good, and the unsa pa man di istoryahan dito. These are the even ang tone sa pag-istorya o ang theme sa pag-istorya. Basta katong mga elements of a story or short story. Mao na siya atong i-analyze dito. We will try to give critique to those parts. Okay, It is the, unsa may next ay structuralist o sa formalist. It is the, very good. It is the moralist approach. Unsa man ang moralist approach? It is when we talk about the, yes, very good. From the root word itself, moral, it is talking on the moral approach or the morality of this selection. So, unsa man ang basis na to? What is our basis as Christians? Majority of the population of the world are Christian. So, what is the basis? What is our basis of when we say we are morally good or we are morally upright? It is when kaya ba mo sa golden rule nato as Christians? Or do you know our golden rules? What is our golden rule? Ay, ka-Confucius na. The negation of the statement when we say, do not do unto others what do you want others do unto you, is the statement of Confucius. But Jesus Christ said, do unto others what you want others do unto you. Mao na siya, that is our golden rule. And as Christian, that is the basis of our morality. And we should, ganito na nato siya, i-judge nato using a moralist approach or i-critic nato using a moralist approach. By doing so, we will try to critique if the selection is morally upright or dili ba siya morally appropriate. Okay? Very good. Next, we have, unsa man ang next nato nga di-discuss? Ano ang approach? It is the, very good. It is the Marxism. Kinsa man ang, who is the proponent of Marxism? He is known for being a revolutionary man during the capitalism era. He is, very good, he is Karl Marx. Okay. Unsa man ang pasabot sa Marxism? When we talk about Marxism, it is, when we talk about Marxism, it talks about the oppression of the capitalist people against sa ilang mga kanang working society or mga working class na mga tao. So, in this way, in the way we use the Marxism approach in critiquing a literary selection, we are also trying to discuss if the selection is trying to propagate, how do you call this? Propagate oppression against mga low people or mga marginalized people. There are people who are living in an impoverished situation. So ato gihapon na siya nga tanawon. Okay, next we have, starts with letter F. We have, very good, we have feminism. What is the idea of feminism? This is tamo-tamo sa approach, but what is the idea? When you hear the word feminism, what comes to mind? It's about, yes, Glenda. No, it's not women trying to be over than men. Or when we talk about feminism, it is not women trying to overcome the achievements of men. It is actually women who are trying to be equal with men. How does women try to be equal with men? What is a direct example that is happening or rampant in our society even way before? It is very good. We are in a patriarchal society. It means men are recognized as achievers than women. But using a feminism approach or feminist approach, it is women seen as something not ordinary, or women seen as something extraordinary, not just not just as a shadow of men, living under the shadow of men. It is women trying to become someone in the society. So in sa feminist nga approach, we should see to it that there is a representation of a woman trying to live an expectation of a society. That not because she is a woman, she can do nothing or she can do less more than a man. Women can be as great as equal with men. Okay. Fifth is the, what's man ang fifth approach? What is the fifth approach? It is the Runette. Runette, right? Okay. Yes. Very good. It is the historical approach. When we talk about historical approach, we're actually talking about the very good, the background of the author. The background of the author. So, unsa man ang gigikayan sa author? What is the author's inspiration about writing that selection? As we all know nga, when we write something, we cannot write something we don't experience firsthand. Or ato ang mga wala to nakitaan or wala to na-touch or dili jud siya tangible within our whims. So as a writer, as a reader, we should have to see to it that we understand why the author think that way or why he do or act that way or why he write in a certain way. Di ba nakabantay mo? Authors are known for being their standardized way of writing. For example, makabasa ta og mga authors nga ganahan sila about love story because that author is a lover. And those people naman those authors naman who are trying to write a topic about oppression or slavery are also those people who are living under your situation. We have to see to it, or we have to understand the author's background. Why does this particular author was able to wrote this certain literary selection? Okay, any question? Before we proceed sa last one. Last one is the, say what a question? Okay, what is the next, what is the next approach? It is the, what is the last approach? It is the, very good, it is the reader's response. What does reader's response mean? It is, very good, from the word itself, it is how the, yes, very good, it is how the reader responds or react after reading the certain selection. Very good. So, in critiquing, you also have to see to it na you are seeing it in the lens of your own whims. At times, as readers, we forget to view ourselves as a part of the selection. It is a claim of a literature. Now, we as a readers, we are involved in upon reading. So when we choose to read, we are involved. Why? Because we try to put ourselves in the shoes of the characters. So, unsa may ato na feel or what we feel during reading or understanding the text, it is also a direct response to how we feel or to what the selection or how the selection makes us feel. Okay? Okay. Recalling back to our what poem we have read last time, at nagibasa ni Mark, it is very good, it is the Mother to Son by Langston Hughes. Hughes ni nagbasa ha, di ni Hughes. It is Hughes by Langston Hughes. Okay. Sa structure niya, if we will treat it in a structuralist or formalist approach, kung sa man ang atong makita dito, what comes to mind? When we use a structuralist or formalist approach, what comes to mind? Yes, very good that you noticed it. It is very good. There are syntax error or grammatical error. It is because atong isodri ang historical. It is because ang feminist masodri. It is because ang mother ang girepresent sa feminista. It is because the mother is uneducated. It is to represent that a mother is uneducated. Mao to siya ang representation sa woman. Though ang mother is perceived as uneducated, as she tried to tell her son that you should never give up in life or you should never pursuing your dreams or just return back or surrender. It is a representation of a woman who, though experienced the least opportunities in the society, tries to uplift others. Kaya ang pinaka-lindot trabaho muhatag og advice are those people who are not given advices but rather experience it by themselves first hand. Okay, next. Sa historical approach, kinsa man ang author nito? Si Langston. Very good, it is Langston Hughes. Okay, unsa man ang gigikanan ni Langston Hughes? Kinsa na kaila? Who knows Langston Hughes? Langston Hughes is a very good. He is a Black American. O diyan kana sa ganing panahon na sila nabuhi. 1800s to 1967. So that time it was very rampant ang oppression of the black people by the white people. Imagine black people inside the bus, kung mapuno ang mga bus, ang mga black people pabarugon so that those standing white people can sit. That is the oppression, a reality oppression experienced by Black American ngadto sa kuan, ngadto sa during that time. And that time also, we can consider ang unsa ganitong oppression na ay nahitabo nga oppression. It is the very good. It is the Marxism, when the capitalist or a certain group of people is trying to oppress others. In his case, in Langston Hughes' case, it is the white people or the white American or the Caucasian people who are trying to oppress the Black American or the Black natives. Okay? Gets? Okay. Next one is the, unsay kuwang din eh? Yes, the reader response of ang unsay kuwang din eh? Ang moralist. Okay. Unsa man ang moral sa story nga imong nakuha? O as a reader yourself, unsa man ang moral nga nakuha nimo sa story? Yes. That's so touching. Yeah, it is to never give up to whatever goals you set your minds. Kay, it is never wrong to dream big. Even you are just a dust in a vast galaxy, it is never a sin or it is never impossible that somebody like you could achieve something big. Okay? And it is the duty of a mother, though a mother never achieves so much bigger in her life, it is the duty of the mother to uplift and support morally her son to whatever aspirations his son sets his minds to. Gets? Okay, so reader response. Unsa man ang inyong na-feel upon reading? So what feeling comes into your being upon reading the selection mother to son? It is na-touch mo. Kaya nga naman, nga na-touch mo no, it is you appreciate more now your parents, how your parents sees you or push you to do so much more in life. Sometimes giving this advice, at times we guys tend to overlook the advices that we get from our parents. But we should also be thankful that our parents' existence is a proof of their love. They never surrender. They never make excuses of not raising you each and every day. They never made excuses nga di mo hatagan og moral support, emotional support, especially to our years. Kay, in our teenage years, it is the common years na we really need moral and emotional support. Kay anhi man nato nag-struggle sa atong self. And it also our time where we see situations differently the way we did. And it will eventually change more. So we should be thankful that our mothers, our parents are here so that we can receive so much guidance, so much love, so much support. So mapunas ang gusto nga i-point sa reader response na kung unsa may mong na-feel patong ganihan ni Diya na inspire si Diya o or na motivate si siya to o mas na-appreciate ni siya ang kanang love o ang the way ginag-care ni siya parents ni siya. It is very also important to see situations beyond what meets the eye. Okay? Kung kasaban mo sa inyong parents, it is because they love you. Kung kasaban mo sa inyong parents, it is because they just wanted the best for you. Okay, recap na ha? Recap na. Okay, any question? No more? No? Sir? No? Joshua? Mark? What? Okay, mag-recap ta. Kung sa ganitong topic for today, it is the literary criticism approaches. Literary criticism approaches. What are those approaches? These are the structuralists, which talk about the way mayroong talita of structuralists, it talks about the way the selection is presented. Apil ang organization sa text, ang mga characters, mga mautong, mga elements of a story. Next one is the moralist. It talks about more of the morality. Okay, morality of the selections. Next is Marxism. Kung sa man ang Marxism? Kinsa gani ang proponent sa Marxism? Kinsa ang proponent sa Marxism? Si? Very good, si Karl Marx. And it talks about more on the if present ba or represented ba ang oppressed society by those privileged society. Okay? Kung oppressed ba ang impoverished nga mga people o against sa katong mga never experienced the impoverishment. Okay? Next is the unsa man ang next? This is the feminist. It is unsa man ang feminist or feminism? It is very good. It is women trying to be equal with men in terms of everything, opportunities, anything, kanang recognition o kanang especially opportunities. It is women trying to be equal with men. Next is what's our next one? Feminist. It is the very good. It is the historical. What's our historical? It is very good. We will try to look back the origin of the author so that we can understand why does the author think or write such way. Nga naman, unsa man ang ipanghugutan sa author. Okay. Ika-6, ang reader response. It is how you feel upon reading the selection. Very good. It is kung unsa man ang imong gibati or unsa man ang imong gi-try to imong na comes into your being upon reading the selection. Any question? Okay, what a question? So guys, since time naman and lahat naman taong time, supposedly mag-activity ta, just refer to your modules. You have your modules right with you? Very good. Katong sa uban nga wala na da, please bring your modules next time. So, katong mga na mga modules diha, try to refer lamang na mga activities o mga assignment na sa inyong mga modules and answer it. Okay? The submission of that is by tomorrow. Same time, same room. Okay? Any question? Okay, very good. Okay, let us all stand for our closing prayer. Marjit, please read the prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Goodbye.